Hey, what's up everyone? Life hack for you. Hey, where did hack even come from anyways? It's such an interesting word, right? Like it surfaced about, I don't know, 8 or 10 years ago. Everything's a hack, right? Hack this, a hack that. We all want to be hackers. I would say shortcut, but that's boring. So I'm going with life hack because it sounds cool. But anyways, this is an organizational life hack. So what it does is this has to do with clutter. And the reason why this is important is because when your environment is cluttered, your mind will also be cluttered. It'll weigh you down. You won't be as excited. You will have less energy, less focus. You'll be distracted more easily. People don't function as well in a cluttered environment as they do in a clean environment. Now, I'm not saying like everything is gone. You feel like your home is like a new model, right? With nothing, like no evidence of anybody living, of course, especially if you have kids. It has to be a happy medium. But I also see these pictures of people that, and sometimes I feel like our house is this way where stuff is just everywhere. You're like, what do I do with it? So this morning, this is where it came from, is, I was looking at my desk and it's cluttered. And I thought to myself, well, it's not because I want it to be this way. It's because I don't know what to do with stuff. And most of it are papers, right? So I have a little life hack for paperwork. So do you ever get piles of papers, especially if you have kids in school? Your wife brings home things or there's notes and you're like, I don't necessarily dare throw it away because if I do, I might get in trouble. But I don't want it, and it just sits there, and I don't think there's any reason for it, but I'm not sure what else to do with it. Well, this is it, okay? This is a life hack, an organizational hack specifically for piles of papers that clutter your office or your home environment. Okay, go and get 12 manila envelopes and write the month at the top of each one, not the year, just the month. So write one this is January, one February, March, April, May, all the way through, and find a place in your filing cabinet for 12 folders. Okay. During the month of January, anytime you find anything that has to do, or that's in a pile that you're not sure where it goes, rather than throwing it away and getting in trouble, and your wife getting all mad like happens in my house occasionally, but rather than doing that, you file it in the folder called January. And if she ever asks, you can just say, oh, I put that in the file. Okay. Now, here's the beauty of it. February comes, March comes, April comes. If X number of months have passed, you could probably work this out with your spouse, or just if it's up to you. If 3 or 4 or 5 months have passed and you haven't needed that paper, I think it's a pretty good sign that you could throw it away. So, every so often, once a month or so, in the morning, or in the beginning of the month, you go back 3 or 4 or 5 months, take that folder and just dump. Or, I guess it's not hurting anything, the next January, so that'd be a full year, you could empty it and then start the new one in January. And then February comes, empty it and start the new one in February. So you're hanging on to stuff for 1 full year, but your system is set up that it's going to get thrown away. It's not set up that you're hanging on to it forever. That's the key, because a lot of us have these tendencies to not want to throw things away because we're nervous about needing them later. But if you haven't used it in a year, I'm guaranteeing you, you're good. If it's an important document, it shouldn't be laying around. These are for papers that don't really have a home. Misfits, right? They're just hanging out. And they're just important enough to not throw away, but not so important that it's like a title to your car. Obviously, that doesn't fall in the system. That gets filed in a specific place. So these misfits, you can put them in these rotating files. And all it takes is space for 12 folders once a month, and then you hang on to it, and then you've got a backup in place. If your wife ever needs something, or if you change your mind, or all of a sudden you do need something, you just go back into the month where you were needing it, thumb through, find the folder, find the paper, and there you go. And if you don't need it a year later, when it comes time to start filing things in that month, you start the month by emptying it, and you just throw it all away. Isn't that beautiful? Anyways, just an idea that I thought of this morning that I'm going to start using, and I hope you will too. Just another way to stay organized, to have a system that a system that works. You know, systems are beautiful. Systems, I know they sound dry and boring and they suck the life out of life, but you know what? They take up some of that excess thought and worry and things that get in the way, and they clear out our mind so that we can focus on what's most important. So systems are beautiful. Embrace them, create them, look for them. Look for ways to automate things, and that is one for your pile. So enjoy it. I hope that works for you. Love to hear back from you. Comments below. Let me know what you think. Have an awesome day. Talk later.